Following Antonio Conte's scathing comments about his former Tottenham Hotspur squad, Spurs were looking to bounce back, and what better way to do it than away from home against a buoyant Everton looking to escape the drop. But did they? Join me as we go through and review what actually happened during the game. Please like the video and subscribe, it really would mean a lot to me. But now, let's talk Everton against Tottenham. Sean Dyche once said that his minimum requirement was maximum effort, and that's exactly how I would describe Everton's performance against Tottenham this evening. It was all about effort. All of the adversity they faced, everything they had to deal with a red card, with a penalty, it all came back to effort and how much effort they were willing to put into the game in comparison to their opponents. They were willing to outwork their opponents, and in that means they were able to get their draw after everything that happened during this game. And to be honest with you, not a lot happened during this game because Tottenham decided to stop playing after 20 minutes. Or with 20 minutes remaining, I should say. With this game, in the first half, it was very, very bitty. Tottenham had some chances, Everton had some chances, and that moved into the first half, and I did think that it was going to end 0-0. However, a couple of moments really did start to change there. Abdoulaye Doucouré decided that he was going to get sent off. I don't really understand what he was thinking. Why you're raising your hands to an opponent doesn't really make sense to me. Then you have Michael Keane putting in a challenge that he really should not be making. He can't win the ball, he's not favourite for the ball, and he's in the box, so I don't really know why that happens. But the penalty happens and Harry Kane slots it away. From that moment, Tottenham just stopped playing. They just stop. They just stop. It's baffling. Look at this. Look at this. There is no momentum from Tottenham whatsoever. Nothing. It's all Everton. And that's not down to Everton really upping the ante, because yes, they do that, but Everton for the most part didn't have anything going forwards. They didn't have any quality. The lack of quality from Everton was stark. The amount of effort from Everton was stark. But the amount of chances that Tottenham decided to give Everton was absolutely mind-blowing. Stellini said in his pre-match interview that he hadn't changed anything from when Conte left. And I was confused. I was baffled. I was like, what? Really? You haven't changed a single thing, but you've sacked him. So why wouldn't you change anything? It's now your option to make an imprint on this team. But he said he didn't change anything, and I thought he was joking. I really did. But Tottenham played exactly the same. Exactly the same. They had a lack of emphasis after the goal goes in. They had a lack of intensity. They had a lack of attacking desire. And I can only imagine that this is a tactical decision. I can only imagine the players have been instructed to do it, because they played the exact opposite of how they approached the first 70 minutes. They were in the game in the first 70 minutes. They weren't in the game in the last 20. It was baffling. If we have a look at the lineups first, this is Everton, obviously, and I was extremely impressed by their defensive work. These three did so much work defensively. However, when they got the ball and they were in the transition, they just didn't manage to get it forwards. I like Iwobi here and I like Dwight McNeil here, but for me, to be honest, Demarai Gray needs to be changed. I don't really like this position for him. I don't think he really offers all too much as a striker. I like Sims when he comes off the bench. I think he offers a whole lot more than Demarai Gray does. Perhaps he's too young to be starting games. Perhaps there is a reason behind Sean Dyche not playing him, but Demarai Gray just doesn't offer the physicality that I think Everton need, and also I don't think he offers enough mobility, believe it or not, with his pace going in behind, and I don't think they find him anywhere near as often as they should. So for me, Demarai Gray needs to have some kind of an extra impact to warrant his place. Apart from that, Everton did lack some quality during the game, and really they didn't manage to offer all too much going forwards, but defensively they were sound. Essentially, I'd summarise it with off the ball they're fantastic, but on the ball they were pretty atrocious. If we move over to Tottenham now, because I have quite a few things to say about Tottenham. When you sack Antonio Conte because of results and because of everything that's gone on, you would assume that you'd try to change something, but nothing changed. We still have a back five, which is absolutely fine. You've trained them in this. That's okay. You still have certain things you need to abide by because you don't want to be changing things mid-season. I understand that. But going forwards, Tottenham really lacked in certain areas, and one of the areas was the continuous killing of Heung-min Son and his impact in the game. Heung-min Son is having zero impact in these matches, and at this point, it's not his fault. You can't say it's Son's fault. You can't. It's not his fault, because if I show you the average positions, these are what he's been tactically told to do. These are the average positions for Tottenham. Notice anything strange? Because I do. Well, here we have the centre-backs. Here we have the wing-backs. Where is Heung-min Son? Why is he playing as a central midfielder? Somebody please tell me why Son is here and not here. Why is he not 10 yards or 20 yards further forward? It is maddening to me, the fact that they're asking him to drop so deep to try and help with the transition. It baffles the mind. That's not Son's game. That's not how he plays. And to be quite frank, if they continuously keep playing Son like this in this formation, which clearly does not work, Tottenham are not winning anything. You're playing with 10 men. He can't make it work. It's maddening. With Tottenham doing this, I just don't understand. There's no balance to the side. There's no ability for Son to really drive forwards because the side doesn't actually allow for it. Perisic is too high. Porro is about fine. I'd expect Perisic to be here and Son to be here. It's maddening. I don't understand why it's happening. Kulusevski is fine because he's dropping a little bit deeper. This is what's meant to happen. Son is meant to be further forward. Kulusevski is meant to be a little bit deeper. This allows for Kane to make runs. This allows Son to make runs because Kulusevski is better at passing. It doesn't work going forwards. And this is what we found with Everton. And they defended it perfectly. But something needs to change with this Tottenham side because offensively they are atrocious. And you can see that in the statistics. Now, Everton really were encouraged by Tottenham in the last 20 minutes, I should say. But look at the chances that Tottenham made. It was barely anything. 2 shots on target. That's not good enough, to be quite frank. Yes, you have most of the possession. Yes, that's great. That's fine. And yes, you have a higher XG. But XG does not always mean that everything's going to be fine. The total shots being 8. Everton don't score goals. It's just a matter of fact. I think that the lowest scoring side in the league, the fact that they are having more shots and more shots on target with you is a major red flag. It is crazy. And Everton, to be honest, got exactly what they deserved for the amount of effort they put in. They had more duels won, albeit by not too much. Tottenham won most of the aerial duels. Everton had most of the tackles, 22-14. And overall, I think it was a fair result, the draw. But Tottenham had the opportunity with the amount of, or the lack of chances that Everton created, the lack of quality that they had going forwards. Tottenham had the ability to take this game away from them, and they failed to do so. So in the end, Tottenham, with their lack of ambition, their lack of gamesmanship, their lack of attempts to go forwards, their lack of intensity, they got exactly what they deserved, and that was conceding a goal and at the very least a draw. If anything, due to that, I think Everton should have probably won the game, and if the game had gone on an extra 10-20 minutes, I think they probably would have done. The game ends 1-1. Everton, massive effort. Tottenham were fairly disappointing, but Everton got exactly what they deserved. Fair play. That's it for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave the video with a like and subscribe if you haven't for more content like this coming very soon. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. You don't want to miss what's coming up in the near future, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this game and on both of the teams. How do you think Everton are going to do, and how do you think Tottenham are going to do? Will they make the top 4? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. But like I said, that's it from me for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, my friends, take care of yourselves and bye-bye.